you are definitely a spiritually filled, thinking woman, and that is what we've been lacking in our community.
Call us at 404-892-2703 on News and Talk 1380 WAOK.
404-892-2703. You're back with DryerBuzz.com. DryerBuzz on WAOK. I want to thank everybody for listening. We are always broadcasting live from Atlanta. And in with us today, we've got Rodney Sampson. We just announced an amazing partnership with DryerBuzz Live. We're going to call it #DryerBuzz Live. It is a partnership with DryerBuzz, WAOK, and, of course, Opportunity Hub. Let's go ahead and talk with Kevin. And Kevin called in at 404-892-2703. Hey, Kevin, what's your comment?
As we talk about this wealth gap, how do you convince Christians and pastors of the importance of handling wealth, maintaining wealth, even the importance of closing this wealth gap? Why does it matter? Why does wealth matter? Does it matter to Christians? Why should this issue matter?
People who work every day to make ends meet and never fulfill their definitive purpose in life. They die empty because they do not know why they were created and what reason they exist on the planet. There is no lack in God, okay? God does not operate from a construct or a mindset of lack. Humans have been conditioned, for whatever reason, particularly humans of color in America, but also around the world. We have been conditioned to simply exist and to survive. So we use religion many times to anesthetize the pain that we have in terms of the poverty in our minds and the poverty in our reality. So when a man or woman assumes the responsibility to influence the lives of other people, but then faith without works is dead. So if you're just articulating it and quoting it, but not doing anything to solve it, that is not faith. So when we talk about being people of faith, authentic faith is really authentic action. So how can you drive down Old National Highway, drive down Evans Mill Road, drive down Campbellton Road, drive down Greenbrier, drive through poverty and allow people to anesthetize their pain by sowing inside of your ministry, and you then do not take the fiduciary duty to adopt financial best practices as it relates to your mortgage, how you spend those resources, and yet the very people you serve live in utter poverty. Okay? So I know I'm saying a lot, but I'm giving it some context that Christians cannot live in a bubble. The same people that show up on Sundays and Bible study and our conferences, they go to work on Monday, or they show up in the employment line. They go to the hospital. They go to get medications filled. We have to see these people as people and not just as bodies in the seats, and not just as tithers, not just as givers, not just another check off my database to how many people gave their life to Christ and how many people were filled with the Holy Spirit. All of that stuff is great. It is great. But these are human people with very, very human conditions. And it's time out for pastors to not use their influence to help solve the conditions of the people that support them locally and globally. African Americans spend nearly $1 trillion a year. That's after taxes, okay?
Which we assume is some type of buying power.
Yeah. Why are we bragging on our buying power? Okay? Most of us don't even talk to advertising agencies or media buyers or companies. That's important in terms of decision makers determining how much money they're going to spend to get more of your dollar. We brag on buying power and we ignore net worth. Okay? How do you shift policy? How do you elect a mayor who then appoints a sheriff, okay, who hires or appoints a police chief, who hires police officers, right, who decides whether or not to be predatory towards certain communities as it relates to police violence? You have to see how you influence the shift. poor people react. Okay, wealthy-minded people, and I'm talking mindset first.
Okay.
Poor-minded people react. Wealthy-minded people are proactive.
Okay.
Okay, they want to influence policy to influence outcomes, and that's how you shift the narrative.
Outcomes.
Exactly.
Outcomes.
So
That's
wealth
the word.
gap, wealth is a construct of outcomes. Income is just a rat race to get money
Reaction.
to be able to survive and then hopefully thrive. We as a people think super consumerism and vacations and cars and suits and hair. We think that is thriving.
There you go.